Desires no longer draw my soul to the sill of vision. She has sunk submissive to the ceaseless ebb tide of her prayers. Behind my tight-shut lids she lies, and only her weary breath can still raise to the water's surface. Her fingers blind my eyes. I know that she will have to die, folding her helpless hands that are finally tired of gathering up those absent flowers. Old desires are fading now, the dreams of tired men and even tired dreams. The days of hope are past hoping for. What asylum on such a day? Not a single star remains, only boredom in its icy call, and linens blue by moonlight. Evermore laments ensnared. See those sick men in the dark, and the lambs cropping snow. Lord, have pity on us all. I wait for a little waking. I wait for sleep to be over. I wait for a little sunshine on my moon-chapped hands. I wait now for absolute nights and hopeless sweetness. I wait for that shadow on my hands, that image in the swamp. I wait for those nights so as to see my desires washed clean, my dreams bathed in darkness, dying now in a palace of ice.
it doesn't seem to be very light in here.
Well, should we go out on the patio or should we stay in the room?
I think, shouldn't we just stay here? It's rained all the week and the nights are cold and damp.
The stars are out, though.
Oh, the stars don't make any difference.
I think we'd better stay here. You never know what may happen.
We don't have to worry anymore. She's out of danger.
I don't believe that. I believe she's not doing well.
Now, why do you say that?
Well, I've talked with her. I've heard her voice.
Listen, the doctor has assured us that we can relax.
You know quite well that your father-in-law likes to alarm us needlessly.
I don't know what to think.
Then you should trust those of us who do see. She was looking very well this afternoon. Then you should trust us. She's sleeping quietly now. And we are not going needlessly to poison the first pleasant evening fortune gives us. It seems to me we have a right to be happy and even laugh a little without being afraid tonight.
That's right. This is the first time I've felt at home, as if in my own household, ever since a terrible childbirth.
Once sickness enters a house, it's as if there were a stranger in the family.
And then you see, too, outside the family, you can count on no one.
You're quite right.
Why couldn't I see my poor daughter today?
You know very well that the doctor wouldn't allow it.
Well, I don't know what to believe.
It is useless to alarm yourself.
She cannot hear us?
No, we won't be that loud. Besides, the door is very thick. And then the Sister of Charity is in there with her. She'll come out and tell us if we're making too much noise.
He cannot hear us?
No,
He sleeps?
I suppose so.
We ought to go up and see.
He would give us more anxiety than your wife, this little fellow. It's several weeks since he was born, and he is hardly moved. He hasn't even uttered a single cry yet. You would say he was a wax baby.
Well, it would seem to me that he'll be deaf and dumb. That's what becomes of marrying cousins.
I'm almost angry with him for the pain he's caused his mother.
You must be reasonable. It's not the poor little fellow's fault. Is he all alone in the room now?
Yes, the doctor won't allow him to stay in the room with his mother.
Was the nurse with him?
No, she's taken some time off. She's earned it these past few days. Ursula, would you go and see if the baby's sleeping?
Yes, Father.
My soul is a sick soul, and the light of my eyes is spent. All pursuits are paralyzed under memory's blue lash, and the secret hounds of desire follow a faint spoor. Lord, how the tepid lust of my eyes and my winded wants have shrouded with sighs the hunter's moon that once lit my soul.
What time is their sister coming?
About 9 o'clock, I believe.
It's after 9. I sure hope she comes. My wife was quite bent on seeing her.
She's sure to come. Has she ever been to this place before?
She's never entered the house.
It's very difficult for her to leave her convent.
She'll come alone.
I think one of the nuns will accompany her. They cannot go out alone.
She's the superior, though.
The rules apply to all.
You are no longer anxious?
Why should we be anxious? Why do you must keep returning to that? There's nothing more to fear.
Your sister is older?
She is the oldest of all.
I don't know what ails me. I feel uneasy. I wish your sister were here.
She will come. She promised to.
I wish this evening were over.
He sleeps?
Very soundly.
What shall we do while we're waiting?
Waiting for what?
Waiting for our sister?
You see nothing coming, Ursula.
No, Father.
And in the avenue, can you see the avenue?
Yes, it's in the moonlight, and I can see as far as the cypress wood.
As far as the cypress woods?
No one, Grandfather.
How's the weather?
Very fine. Do you hear the nighthawks?
Yes.
And a little wind is stirring in the avenue.
A little wind in the avenue, Ursula?
Yes, the trees are swaying a little.
It is surprising to me that my sister has not arrived yet.
I do not hear the nighthawks any longer, Ursula.
I think someone has come into the garden.
Who is it?
I don't know. I can't see anyone.
Because there's no one there.
I'm sure that someone has come into the garden, because the nighthawks are silent all at once.
I hear no footsteps, though.
It must be that someone is crossing near the pond, for the ducks are frightened.
And all the fish in the pond are rising suddenly.
You can see no one,
No one, Father.
yet you can see the pond in the moonlight.
Yes, I can see that the ducks are frightened.
I am sure that it's my sister that frightens them. She must have come in by the little gate.
Well, I don't understand why the dogs don't bark.
They are afraid of my sister. She must have come. I will go and see. Maggie! Maggie! Is it you? There's no one there.
I'm sure someone came in through the garden. You'll see.
But she would have called out my name.
Are not the nighthawks beginning to sing again, Ursula?
I can't hear a single one.
And yet there is no noise.
It's as still as death.
It must be some stranger that frightens them. If it were one of us, that they would be quiet.
Are you going to talk about nighthawks all night long?
Are all the windows open, Ursula?
The door is open, Grandfather.
It seems to me the cold comes into the room. It's getting cold in here.
There is a little wind out there, and the rose leaves are falling.
Well, shut the door, Ursula. It's late.
Yes, Father. I can't shut the door.
Let me help.
What's the matter with the door?
It's because of the damp.
The carpenter will set it right tomorrow.
The carpenter's coming tomorrow?
Yes, he's coming to work in the cellar.
He will make much noise?
I'll tell him to work quietly.
They have forgotten kisses that can make cold eyes warm and blind eyes see again. Henceforth, surrendered to complacent dreams, they torpidly watch like hounds in tall grass the flock of gray lambs on the horizon, cropping the moonlight spread across a field, caressed by skies as vague as their own life. Indifferent and not once envying, the happy roses blooming underfoot, a long green peace they cannot understand.
He hasn't come back yet?
I hear nothing.
I was sleeping too.
I was sleeping too. It is time we go back to the center.
We should find out where we are.
It has grown cold since he left.
We should find out where we are.
Does anybody know where we are? Does anybody know where we are?
We were walking a very long while. We must be a long way from the center.
Oh,
We're sitting opposite you.
the women are opposite from us.
Here.
Wait, I'm coming over to where you are. Where are you?
We're sitting on the logs.
We had better stay where we are.
Where are you? Will you come over by us?
No, we shouldn't get up.
Why did he separate us?
Oh, Ursula! What is that?
I don't know. I think it's the gardener, but I can't see very well. He's in the shadow of the house.
It is the gardener. He's trimming the hedges.
He trims by night?
Well, isn't tomorrow Sunday? I noticed that the hedges needed trimming, so I asked him to come by and clip them while he could.
Can you see him, Ursula?
No, Grandfather. He's in the shadow of the house.
It seems to me he's making a lot of noise.
That's because you have a very sensitive ear, Grandfather.
Well, I'm afraid he'll wake my daughter.
We hardly hear him.
I hear him as though he were in the house.
She won't hear it.
He was weary with walking such a long time. I think he sat down a moment among us. He was very sad for days and afraid since his physician died. He's very alone. He hardly speaks anymore. I don't know what happened. He insisted on going out today. He said he wanted to see the island one last time before winter came. The winter will be very long and cold. He was very uneasy, too. They say the storms of the last few days have swollen the river. He said also that the sea frightened him. It is trouble without cause, and the coast of the island is no longer high enough. He wished to see, but he did not tell us what he saw. Right now, he's gone to get some water for the crazy one. He said he had to go a long way. We must wait.
took my hands when he left, and his hands were shaking. He seemed to be afraid. Then he kissed me. I asked him what happened, and he said he didn't know what was going to happen.
What did he mean by that?
I don't know. He said he was going over by the Great Lighthouse.
Is there a lighthouse here?
Yes, at the north end of the island. I don't think we're far from it. He said he could see the light even through the trees. I don't remember him ever being this sad. He's been crying for days. And I cried with him, even though I couldn't see him. I don't know why he left. I don't remember him leaving. I was aware that even though he was smiling, he was very sad. He just seemed to want to close his eyes and be by himself.
He said nothing about that.
He did. You just never listen when he speaks.
He merely said good night when he left us.
It must be very late.
He said goodnight 2 or 3 times before he went away. I was aware he was looking at me when he said goodnight.
Where did he go?
He went towards the sea.
Are we near the sea?
Yes. Keep still a moment. You will hear it.
I hear only somebody praying.
Listen well. You'll hear it.
Yes. Yes. I hear somebody not far from us.
The ocean was asleep in my mind. You could say it's woken up now.
It was stupid for him to bring us here.
You know the island isn't very big. You can hear the ocean every time you step outside the clinic.
I never listened to it.
Seems awfully close to us today. I do not like the sound of it.
Neither do I. We ain't asked to be taken away from the center.
We never come as far as this.
The weather was very nice this morning. He wanted us to enjoy our time before being shut up back in the center.
I prefer to stay indoors.
He said also that we should know something about the island that we live on, but he himself has never been all over it. There's a mountain that no one has climbed. There's valleys and caves that no one's ever dared to go in. Finally, he said, we must not wait for the sun under the vaulted walls of the dormitory. He wished to lead us as far as the seashore. He's gone there alone.
He is right. We must think about living.
But there's nothing to see outside.
Are we in the sun now?
Is the sun still shining?
I don't think so. It seems very late.
What time is it?
I don't know.
Is it light still? You, who can see a little. Is it light still?
I'm sure it's dark. I can see little blue lines under my eyelids when the sun is out. I haven't seen them in a long time.
The lamp isn't burning well this evening.
They need filling.
I filled them this morning.
Do we really need them?
She likes them.
can't sleep. He hasn't slept for 3 nights.
He's been very worried.
He always worries too much. There are times when he will not listen to reason.
It's excusable at his age.
God knows what we shall be like at his age.
He's nearly 80 years old.
Well, then he has a right to be strange.
Perhaps we'll be stranger than he is.
One does not know what may happen. He is odd sometimes.
He's like all the blind.
They reflect too much.
They have too much time to spare.
They have nothing else to do.
And besides, they have no amusements.
That must be terrible.
It seems they get used to it.
I cannot imagine that.
They are certainly to be pitied.
Not to know where one is. Not to know where one came from. Not to know if it's midday or midnight. Summer or winter. And always that darkness. That darkness. I don't know. I would rather not live. Is it absolutely incurable?
It appears so.
But he is not absolutely blind?
He can distinguish a bright light. He often has strange ideas.
There are times when he is not amusing.
He says absolutely everything he thinks.
But formerly he was not like this?
Well, formerly he was as rational as you and I. He never said anything extraordinary. It's Ursula. She babies him too much. She answers every question he's asked.
It would be better not to answer his questions. It's a mistaken kindness on him.
I know when it's late when I am hungry. And I am hungry. Look up
At the sky. Perhaps you will see something.
I don't know whether we're under the sky.
The voice echoes as if we were in a cave.
I think it echoes like that because it is evening.
I think I feel the moonlight on my hands.
Wolves sprawled in the grass on the verge of my dreams, stare with faltering eyes at my weary soul's spoils. All that squandered blood of dead lambs in the snow. And under its despondent glare that withers the autumn reeds, only the moon betrays the famine of my desire.
Am I facing the door?
Did you have a good nap?
Yes, but am I facing the door?
Yes, Grandfather.
Is there somebody at the door?
I don't see anyone.
Is no one waiting?
No one, Grandfather.
I thought I saw somebody waiting at the door.
There's no one, Grandfather.
And your sister has not come?
It's too late. She will not come now. It's not nice of her.
I'm beginning to worry about her.
I believe there are stars. I hear them.
So do I.
I don't hear anything.
Nor do I.
I only hear the noise of our breathing.
I believe the women are right.
I've never heard the stars.
Listen! Listen. What's above us? Do you hear?
Something has passed between us and the sky.
Yes, there is something over our heads, but it seems to be out of reach.
I don't recognize that sound. I really want to go back to the center.
We ought to know where we are.
I've tried standing up, but there's stuff poking me all around. I'd rather not stretch out.
We ought to know where we are.
We cannot know.
I think we're far from the house. I don't recognize any of these noises.
For a long time, I smell the odor of dead leaves.
Has anyone seen the island in the past? Maybe you can give us an idea of where we are.
We were all blind when we came here.
We have never seen.
Let us not alarm ourselves needlessly. He'll come back soon. Let us wait a little longer, but in the future, we will not go out with him anymore.
We cannot go out alone.
We will not go out at all. I rather not go out.
We had no desire to go out. Nobody asked us to.
It was a feast day on the island. We always go out on holidays.
He tapped me on the shoulder while I was still asleep. And he said, "Rise, rise. The sun is still shining." Is it? I never saw the sun. I never perceived it.
I have seen the sun when I was very young.
So have I. When I was very young, so long ago, I hardly remember it anymore.
Why do we go out when the sun is still shining? We can't tell the difference whether it's midnight or noon.
I'd rather be out at noon. At least then, in the great light of the sun, my eyes make an effort to open.
I prefer to stay inside.
He could take us into the sun in the courtyard. There the walls are a shelter. No one can get out when the gate is shut. I always shut it.
My God, tell us where we are.
We can't wait here forever.
Oh, how far we are from the center.
It is midnight.
It is noon. Does anyone know?
It is midnight.
I don't know where I am. We slept too long.
I am so hungry.
I'm
hungry. I'm thirsty.
How long have we been here?
It seems like we've been here for centuries.
I'm starting to think. I think I'm getting an idea of where we are.
We ought to go to the side where it struck midnight.
Wait, did you hear that?
We're not alone here.
I suspected something a little while back. We are overheard. Has he come back?
I don't know what it is. It's above us.
Did the others hear nothing? You're always silent.
We are still listening.
I believe I hear wings.
Someone tell us where we are.
I'm starting to understand where we are. The center is on the other side of the great river. We cross an old bridge on the way. We're not far from the river. Maybe we should just take a moment and listen. If he doesn't come back, we must go to the water's edge. There, day and night, great ships pass. Maybe one of the sailors will see us. It's possible we're in the woods that surround the lighthouse, but I don't know the way out. Will any of you follow me?
Let's keep sitting. Let's wait. We don't know what direction the river is, and there are marshes around the center. Let's just wait. He will come back. He must come back.
Does anyone know by what route we got here? He was explaining it to us along the walk.
I didn't pay attention to him.
Did anyone listen to him?
We must listen to him in the future.
Was anyone born on the island?
You know very well that we all came from someplace else.
We came from the other side of the sea.
Are we near the sea now?
I thought I died on a voyage.
So did I. We came together.
We three came from the same center.
They say you can see it from here on a clear day. Towards the north.
We came by accident.
I came from another direction.
From where?
I hardly remember it. It was so long ago. I dare not dream of it. I can barely remember when I speak of it. It was so long ago. It's colder there than it is here.
I come from far away.
Well, from where?
I'm not sure how to explain it to you, but it's very far away. It's across the sea. There, I've seen sunlight and mountains and strange flowers. We don't have any of those here. It's too damp and cold. I remember seeing my sisters and my parents, and I would play by the seashore. I can remember seeing. And then one day, I saw the snow on the mountaintops and began to distinguish the unhappy.
What do you mean?
I distinguish them at times by their voices. I have memories which are clear when I don't think about them.
I have no memories.
Something is passing across the sky again.
Why did you come here?
Of whom do you ask that question?
Of a young sister.
I was told he could cure me, and I would be able to see again, and then I could leave the island.
We all want to leave the island.
We shall always stay here.
He will not have time to cure us.
It's not long since you came, is it?
One evening at prayers, I heard a voice from the women's side I had not heard before. I knew by your voice that you were very young. I would like to have seen you, to heard you.
I didn't hear anything.
He gave us no warning.
We have never seen each other. We live together, but we do not know each other. Our hands reach out to touch each other, but we do not learn about each other. With sight, we learn much more.
I see your shadows sometimes. Well, we're in the sunlight anyways.
Get it all by moonlight. Nothing is where it belongs. Think of a madwoman haled before judges, a man of war in full sail on the canal, night birds perched among the lilies, a knell at noon. Out there under those glass bell jars, cripples halted in the fields on a day of sunshine, the smell of ether. My God, when will the rain come, and the snow, and the wind, to this glass house?
She's here. Did you hear?
Yes, someone came in at the basement.
It must be Maggie. I recognized her step.
I hear slow footsteps.
She came in very softly.
She knows there's a sickness.
I hear nothing more now.
She will come up immediately. They will tell her we are here.
I'm glad she came.
I was sure she would come this evening.
We have never seen the house we live in. In vain we touch the walls and windows. We do not know where we live.
They say it is an old house, very wretched and very gloomy.
Years and years we have lived together, but we have never seen each other. You could say we are forever alone. To love, one must see.
I dream sometimes that I can see.
I see only in my dreams.
I do not dream, except for at midnight.
Of what can one man dream when the hands are motionless?
Something's falling around us.
It falls from above, but I don't know what it is. I am growing weary of being seated.
I'm getting weary of just being here.
I dare not rise. We ought to stay where we're at.
We do not know what may be among us.
I think both my hands are frozen. I'd like to get up right now.
I hear something else.
I think it's our unfortunate sister.
She is never doing anything else. I hear her every night.
She is mad. She never speaks.
She has never spoken since she had her child. She always seems to be afraid.
You're not afraid here? Who? All the rest of us.
Yes, we're all afraid.
We've been afraid for a long while.
Why did you ask that?
I don't know why I asked the question. There's something here I don't understand. I think I hear the sound of weeping, crying among all of us.
There's no need to fear. It's just a crazy woman.
There's something else. I am not sure what it is. I'm sure there's something else that makes us afraid.
She's the only one that cries like that.
I smell flowers. They're all around us.
I smell only the earth.
No, I know there are flowers. I can smell them all around us.
I caught the perfume of flowers in the wind.
Where are they? I'll go pluck them.
You're right. I can hear you breaking stalks. Stop! Stop!
Stop worrying about the flowers. Think about getting home.
I don't think I want to retrace my steps.
Wait! You might not return. How cold the earth is. I know they're there. I just can't reach them.
I believe I am plucking them.
I seem to remember these flowers from when I was younger. But I can't remember their name. These flowers feel sickly, and their stems are so weak. I hardly recognize them. I believe they're the flowers of the dead.
We won't see you.
Barely see myself anymore. It's gotten so cold.
She's been a long time coming up.
We're not expecting anybody else.
I hear no noise in the basement.
I'll call the maid. Elizabeth?
I hear a noise on the steps already.
It's just the maid coming up.
It seems to me she's not alone.
She's just making a lot of noise.
I'm sure she's not alone.
Listen, she's clumsy. She's making a lot of noise.
It's time to get rid of her.
I hear your sister's step.
It's just the maid.
It's just the maid.
Elizabeth, where are you?
Your sister is at the door.
There's no one here but the maid. Hey, Elizabeth, who came into the house?
Came in?
Yes, who came in the house just now?
No one came in.
Who is it sighs so?
It is the maid.
Is she crying?
Why would she be crying?
No one came into the house just now?
No.
But we heard the door open.
It was I shutting the door.
It was open?
Yes.
Who opened it?
I don't know.
But why was it open at this hour?
I don't know. Someone must have went out after me.
All right. Listen, that door makes a lot of noise, so be careful. You know how much noise it makes. I don't want you to wake my wife.
It wasn't I making the noise on the steps.
I'm telling you, you made noise. Now go down quietly. You'll wake my wife. And listen, if anybody shows up, if anybody comes, just tell them we're not at home. Unless it's my sister or the doctor.
It's thundering.
I think it's a storm rising.
I think it's the sea.
I think it is the sea. But it's hardly 2 feet from us. I hear it all about me. It must be something else, though.
I hear the noise of breakers around my feet.
I think it's the wind and the leaves.
It will come here.
What direction is the wind coming from?
It comes from the sea.
It always comes from the sea. The sea is all around us. So there's no other place for it to come from.
Forget about the sea.
We must think about it. It will reach us soon.
You don't know if it's the sea.
I hear it surges, as if I could dip both hands in them. We cannot stay here. It perhaps is all about us.
Where would you go?
I don't care. I don't want to hear the noise of the waters any longer. Let's get out of here.
I think I hear something else. Listen!
Something's coming this way.
He's coming. He's coming back.
That's not the step of a man.
Are you putting out the light?
No, Grandfather.
It seems to me it's dark all of a sudden.
When will the doctor come?
He won't be here before midnight.
She has come in?
Who?
The maid.
No. The maid went downstairs.
I thought she was sitting at the table.
The maid?
Yeah, the maid. No one has come into the room.
No. No one has come in.
And your sister is not here?
No, Maggie has not come.
You want to deceive me.
Deceive you?
Ursula, tell me the truth.
What's the matter, Grandfather?
Something has happened. I'm sure my daughter is worse. You are all trying to deceive me.
Are you dreaming?
I am not dreaming, and I can assure you. You don't want to tell me. I see plainly that there is something.
In that case, you see better than we do. Believe those who do see.
Ursula, tell me the truth.
But we are telling you the truth.
You're not speaking in your natural voice.
That's because you frightened her.
Your voice has changed. Yours too.
You're crazy.
I hear plainly that you're afraid.
What ought we to be afraid of?
Why do you want to deceive me?
Who says we're deceiving you?
Why have you put out the light?
It's as bright as before.
I think the light has gone down a little.
Then I have blinders on my eyes. Kids, tell me what's happening here. For the love of God, those of you who can see, I am here all alone in darkness with no end. I don't know who it is sits down beside me. I don't know what's going on 2 steps from me. You brought someone into the room.
But I'm telling you, no one came into the room.
Is it your sister or a priest? You must not try to deceive me. Ursula, tell me who came in.
No one, Grandfather.
I know what I know. How many are we here?
There are 4 of us here.
All around the table?
They are.
Are you there, Paul?
Yes.
Are you there, Oliver?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you there, Jenny?
Yes, Grandfather.
And are you there, Ursula?
Yes, Grandfather, by your side.
And who is it there?
Where, Grandfather? There's no one.
There in the midst of us.
But there's no one, Grandfather.
We keep telling you, there's no one.
But you do not see any of you?
Oh, come now. Are you joking?
I have no wish to joke, I can assure you.
Well, then believe those who do see.
I thought there was someone.
Who's there? Who are you? I believe it's a dog.
Do you think it's friendly?
Perhaps he is running ahead of somebody.
The dog.
Is he alone or did he come with someone?
No, he's alone. I hear nothing coming. He'll lead us to where we want to go.
I dare not follow him.
Me neither.
Why not? His sight is better than ours.
Don't listen to them.
There's a change in the sky. I breathe freely now. The air is pure now.
It's the sea breeze passing around us.
I think it's getting lighter. I think the sun may be rising.
It's getting colder.
We're going too far away again. The dogs lead me somewhere. We're going back home. Wait! Don't follow me just yet. He stopped. What's the matter with him? I think I found someone!
What do you say? Where are you?
There's a dead man here! One of us must have died suddenly!
Some have not answered. Where are they?
I think it's a counselor! Come here!
Is he standing?
Then he's not dead.
Where is he? Is he here? Is it he?
Over here!
Where?
Over here!
Where are you?
Follow my voice!
Where?
Over here! Follow my voice! I'm over here!
Where are you?
Over here! Follow my voice!
Mr. Schaefer? Mr. Schaefer, is that you? Answer us!
Bring some water. Perhaps he's still alive.
Yes! Yes, I recognize him!
What's gonna happen to us?
Let us try. He might be the only one to take us back to the center.
It's useless. I no longer hear his heartbeat. He is cold.
He died without saying anything.
His eyes are wide open.
Oh my God. He never complained. One does not understand what never understands. Let us pray about it. Let us... Who art in heaven, hallowed be.
Was he ill? He never told us.
I heard him muttering in a low voice as he went away. I think he was talking to our younger sister. What did he say?
She won't answer!
You made him suffer too much. You would not go on. You made him die. You would not go on.
Was he ill? Did you know it?
We didn't know anything. How could we know anything beyond the cold, dead eyes? Never complained. Now it's too late. I've seen 3 die. Never this way. Now, it is our turn.
I didn't make him suffer. I didn't say anything.
Neither did I. We followed him without saying anything.
What are we gonna do now?
Where's the dog?
Here. He won't go far from the body.
Drag him away. Take him off! Take him off!
He won't leave the counselor.
We cannot wait beside a dead man. We cannot die in the dark.
I don't believe I shall live much longer.
Why should we go to all this work to deceive you? What good would that do?
We ought clearly to tell you the truth.
What good would it do to deceive each other?
I wish I were at home.
But you are at home. Here.
Are we not at home?
Are you among strangers?
You are strange this evening.
And you are strangers to me.
Do you want anything?
I don't know what ails me.
Will you take anything?
What do you want, Grandfather?
Give me your little hands.
Yes, Grandfather.
Why are you trembling?
We are hardly trembling at all.
But you seem so pale.
It's late and we're tired.
Yes, you two should go to bed. And you too, Grandfather, could do with a little rest.
I couldn't sleep tonight.
We will wait for the doctor.
Prepare me for the truth?
But there is no truth.
Then I don't know what there is.
I will tell you, there's nothing at all.
I tell you what, I would like to see my daughter.
But you know that's impossible. She can't be awakened needlessly.
You will see her tomorrow.
We hear no sound from the room.
I would be concerned if I heard any sound at all.
It's been very long since I saw my daughter. I held her hands, but I couldn't see her face. I don't know what she is becoming. I don't know how she is. And I'm no longer familiar with her face. Things must have changed in these weeks. I took the little bones of her cheek in my hands, and I saw nothing but darkness between her and me, and the rest of you. This isn't living. You all sit there with your eyes open and stare into my dead eyes, and none of you with any pity, and nobody tells me what ought to be told. Everything is terrifying when you dream of it.
Let us remain together. Let's all hold hands. Where are the others?
Where are you?
I'm here. Hold my hand.
Oh, your hands are cold.
What are you doing?
I was covering my eyes. I thought I would be able to see all at once.
But why do you not speak?
What would you have us say, since you will not believe us?
You're afraid of betraying yourself.
Come on, be reasonable.
For a long time, something has been hidden from me here. Something has happened in this house.
Grandfather, what is the matter?
It is not you that I speak of. It's not you that I speak of at all. You need not deceive me any longer. It is too late now, and I know the truth better than you.
But after all, we are not blind, are we?
Would you like to go into your daughter's room now? There's a misunderstanding here that should be cleared up. Would you? Would you like to go into her room and see her?
No, not now. Not yet.
You see, plainly you are not reasonable.
One never knows what a man is unable to say in his life. What is that noise I just heard?
It's the flickering of the light.
It's very unsteady. Very unsteady.
It is the cold wind that vexes it. It's the cold wind that vexes it.
There is no cold wind. The windows are shut.
I think it's going out.
The oil must be out.
It's gone entirely out.
We can't sit like this in the dark.
Why not? I'm already accustomed to it. We will take it by and by when the doctor has come.
It's true, we see well enough. There's light from the outside.
Is it light outside?
Lighter than in here.
For my part, I would as soon talk in the dark.
So would I.
It seems to me the clock makes such a noise.
That's because we're not speaking now, Grandfather.
But why are you silent?
Of what would you have us speak? You are not reasonable tonight.
Is it very dark in here? I don't feel well. Ursula, open the window.
Ursula, open the door a little. I could use a little air myself.
We have stayed shut up too long.
Is the window open, Ursula?
Yes, Grandfather, it's wide open.
One would not have said it is open. There's not a sound outside.
No, Grandfather, there's not the least sound. One could hear an angel's step.
This is the reason I do not like the country.
What time is it, Ursula?
Almost midnight.
I hear the sound of rustling leaves against a gown.
I think it's a woman.
We shall know soon.
Who is it walking?
It's me. Don't be frightened. I just felt the need to walk a little.
I wish I were somewhere else.
Where would you like to be?
I do not know where. In another room. Does not make any difference where. No matter where.
Where should we go?
It's too late to go anywhere else.
What is it I hear, Ursula?
Nothing.
Ursula, go shut the window.
Yes, Grandfather.
Who's crying?
It's a crazy woman sobbing.
She doesn't know what's happening. I think we're going to die here.
Perhaps someone will come.
Who else will come?
I don't know.
Maybe the staff will come out from the center.
They do not go out after dark.
Never go out.
The men at the great lighthouse will find us.
They never come down from their tower.
They'll see us. Perhaps.
They look always out to sea.
And it's cold.
Listen to the dead leaves. I believe it is freezing.
The earth feels so cold.
I hear the ice breaking under the surf.
Can no longer open my hands.
I believe someone's coming towards us.
It is the wind. Listen.
No one will ever come.
The great cold will come.
I hear walking far off.
I only hear the leaves.
No, I hear walking.
I hear only the north wind.
No, I hear the sound of footsteps.
I do.
Listen.
I hear the sound of very slow footsteps.
Holy shit. I think it's snowing.
They're coming closer.
Very slow footsteps.
The child is crying.
I hear him too, but that can't be. It can't be. Don't cry.
He can't see. He's not real.
I am cold. What is it that I hear, Ursula?
Nothing.
I hear something, Ursula. What is it?
I don't know, Grandfather.
I'm afraid. Who is it that rose?
No one rose.
It wasn't me.
Nor I. Nor I.
Somebody rose from that table.
Light the lamp.
Listen. Listen.
Listen, the child.
He's never cried before.
Let's go and look.
He cries. He cries. Don't cry. The baby sees. Don't be afraid. We're all here. Don't be afraid. What do you see? What do you see? Don't be afraid. We're all here. What do you see? What do you see? Tell us. I hear them almost beside us.
Which way is he looking?
He keeps following the sound of the footsteps. When I turn away, he turns to follow the footsteps.
Lift him above us so he may see better.
He sees. When I turn, he turns back to me. Look, he must see something strange.
They are here, in the midst of us.